be next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's arm and I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you? I'm on it, break, no side, know about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. What?
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons under the lights on Sunday night. First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday matchup here in Texas. This will be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaunt with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on.
The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touch. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And it's intercepted. The first hit. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, he's handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. This is nearly 30 yards, taking the official. Shot there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
Had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
He's and the Falcons take the early turn and converted it into an opening touchdown. It almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I'd go into a game for an offensive line because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Crew and goal. It's now a 7 for the game. Drive started with real estate and further lost territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville get on offense for the second time here in this game. Partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Put your best foot forward.
You know, a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. There. The set down goes. This is a 6-yard single set. Start down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, they look to throw. His struggles continue. Here's another intercepted. Jesse Boots, and they're going to be set in the red zone 15. They'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. It's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Ready? Working from the gun, Ritter. 6 touchdown. The Falcons are able to strike quickly to hang on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about the teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously, a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Now Young Wei Koo for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit, another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The overshot in there. It's at the bounds, incomplete.
And he's missed now on his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this hook to Zay Jones. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So finally completes his first pass. Credit to defense. So we've been showing him some different looks, keeping them.
Yeah, like any quarterback, it takes just a little bit of process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball at the same time. Sure, the three should get with the defense in this game. Now he's getting his completion. Let's see if his confidence comes in after he starts to get into a massive endurance. You know, this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
About the call here, they need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time he's throwing. Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take it. Yes, on Sundays, he's 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hacking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The Falcons ready to take over. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Taking it across midfield. Ritter with it after the play fake. Skip playing. He's going to hit this into here. It's 22 million. And another 1st down. He doesn't bring it up on this drive, but it's a pretty good chance of yardage still. So a great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Ritter to throw it. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. It makes the score 21 is hit. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overview as if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Running first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On second down, Lawrence. This one to throw to Christian Kirk. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And they'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. And a number 4 that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The hitch route works. It's something you see quite a bit on 3rd, 4th down in these situations, and they got it to go for.
And what you're counting on is a couple of things. One, you want the guy catching that route to make people miss right away, almost like a punt returner. And 2, you're expecting to pick up some blocks once he gets to the second level, able to get downfield. And on that play, everything came together.
You know, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggling to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They go play action with Lawrence. So they're going to be incomplete. The 3rd down battle along Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The kick by McManus is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now It's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And that is caught the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Ritter will set up to throw it. Short throw, caught by Pitts. He's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Wasn't that proving about the game there on second down? That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Robinson will try to pick it up. Well, he's the first before he's dropped the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's why he's been a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Back to Robinson now on first down. To the 43, second down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ritter back to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up the third down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Escaping the pressure right. Smart decision for Ritter. He's got the first. 8 yards on the picket there. Towards the sticks. Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult. First down, here's Ritter. Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, that incompletion right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Third and long now, Ritter.
They definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To the air again, it's Ritter. To the sideline and incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Got a man. It's Peterson complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash. This from 33. Koo knocks this one through the post. The lead to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else is going right in this first half. Kind of falling some wood for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun.
Lawrence, he's throwing. Fortunately, he's able to recover his own finger. That could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Looking downfield for Jones. That will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Yeah, meanwhile, they go for 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. You can't. What? Oh, 3. You what? On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And strong line there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. The 20-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Koo knocks this one through the post. But then there is a penalty marker in the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Ritter. It's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Ritter now. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
That's his home through the post. So the starting field position is terrific following the surprising turnover on Dallas, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Their opinion now to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better. Let's go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Another throw on 2nd down on this one, incomplete as well.
I'm trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Lawrence going to throw again. And that is caught. It's Ridley. He's going to get this whole gain inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He completes it to Ridley. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Play action. It's Lawrence. Jaguars. 19 yards away. Now the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now. Okay, so they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it, and it's a 27-10 score now. So that is 75 yards. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he takes this near the 25, just a little. And last, they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balance act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none two plays that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Shane midfield. 4 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
He's going to take this across midfield in Jacksonville territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to throw, Ritter. It's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. The bands right around the throw. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of the quarterback on just about every time. It makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Andre Cisco there on the stop. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Robinson with another carry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. Ritter with it after the play fake. This would be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Ritter to throw it. That's complete. He is going to hit the Falcons' first down. They only needed 1, but it ends up being a gain of 6 and moves the chains. Ritter off the play fake. And his throw is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Sure, down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here we go. Here is third and quite a ways. Working from the gun, Ritter. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top unsuccessfully.
Joe makes this one through the post. Even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. To return, here's Agnew. Fielded just outside the goal line. He makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Calvin Ridley and the Jaguars back onto the field. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, you're a former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
Not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way
it's an interception. Jesse Bates. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated. Because you know they're always working. So it's wrong.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. The quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Ritter back to throw. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Yeah, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly told them, you really want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence. Jones. He gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. Still, Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. To the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. For 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Here's Ritter. It is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now it's second and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they're keeping on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. It was a terrific first half from the former Cincinnati man, Desmond Ritter. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, but I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 21. Goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. He dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play and convert here, and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Okay. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Ritter from the gun. Lucian 6-7. And way down to the 25-yard line. It's a play for Atlanta. 66 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, well, they did this easy because it was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. It's a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And this one is incomplete.
Depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play. The one that they got on the previous one, they tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, here's Ritter. That's called one side, the tight end pits. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's. Nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Inside the 15-yard before it's all said and done. They go from downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 for the first down. Robinson on a give right side. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. It was the same case on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Missed him, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Drew knocks this one through the post. Even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Risk taking it at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now, meanwhile, that was the shot intercepted. But it winds up falling incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just been in signals. They did a nice job against him, but still. With his talent, you would expect him to have more completions from him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Is it hype?
They go play action with Lawrence.
Oh, he's wide open. He's wide open. Oh.
He's
There you go.
It's complete. Just right up the field at close to 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, Lawrence is throwing.
Oh,
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 39. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville from Falcon territory
Let's
now.
try to
Here's
get the
first and
second
10 at the
Oh,
39-yard line.
Psychos. Oh.
They take a shot downfield there, but runs it falling incomplete. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. He's got him. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 23. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
Taco Bell, McDonald's.
Off the, here's Lawrence. And now here is another interception. It's Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to happen here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense has been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out? It's supposed to go. It's going to go out the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game. And that rush, it's a crowning achievement there.
Calvin Ridley and the Jaguars back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Going in first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I certainly thought he had the window to push that ball down good, but as soon as he released the throw, the player was there to slam that window shut. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. One play action, Lawrence. It's incomplete. When the Renegades not working sometimes, you just get just figure out to do it. It's up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Looking for James. It's intercepted. So the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over.
Oh, do they? This doesn't count.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
Yeah.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
Let me cook. Oh!
Intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, it's good stuff getting a little more interesting.
Throwing 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield and man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Bro, this is a hard play.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He's wide open. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he's wide open.
Getting this with all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now, he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection. It doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
McManus now for the extra point.
They got told you.
Cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
This run is wide open.
So that drive of 4 plays.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Calvin
26.
Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for it. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Ready? Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because
Ritter back to throw. To the William. He's getting this up to the third going out. The Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta.
this offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ritter to throw it. Throws her. So complete again. Trying 1 yards. So you know, those mid-range throws have been valuable because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and leave too much space in front.
And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Oh no. Damn.
Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They're trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. His best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The third down throw incomplete as well.
That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
So on fourth down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Youngwei Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. And listen, now, no kick from 50 plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. There. Good coverage there. Forced the ball through, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a count.
The other three on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Then folks, this drive with a lot of confidence up the middle, so it ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws, he's about to try to figure a big play here on third down to get the momentum going again.
On third down, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. To Jesse Bates, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Robinson up the middle. Tackle made by Devin Ward, the linebacker.
We're trying to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, and try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead. So the heels of the good enough for the first. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Ritter. These guys make stride complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Second down and the run by Robinson.
We're seeing the effect that runs out there for a stormy half in this game. They're a little bit slower. That front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll run again here. Robinson gets high into the 20. He's Robinson. It's second touchdown afternoon. And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. The lead now up to 14. There's 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Makes it a first and 20 as his guys will sit up shit at the 23-yard line. Now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself. You show your team that you're still with it and how you continue to lead.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, he's telling him, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On first down, Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
It's Kirk. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10, down at the 31. Now Lawrence. It's Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Toward the end zone, but that's going to line up incomplete.
All right, Captain. This batting down the hatches time defensively. dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. You can try and dial up
Them and what we just seen. I think they're throwing it again, don't we?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Run into the end zone.
Now, meanwhile, a pitch that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
But I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? You got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Go for the pitcher is going to wind up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back. And now it's just all about salting this one alone.
Yeah, just slowly move the clock along. It's definitely yours. And, into our analytics in the game with us this one, the advanced win metrics. Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, well, they've got 95% chance of winning.
I'd say 95 or under.
They're going to knock it free.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Should play. Here's Robinson. So we're about the 33-yard line. And I guess you could say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. Is that a game then to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ready? Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive. The chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. They're going to have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. The run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Checks this one around to Robinson. So no gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
Oh,
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him Bring him over to our team so we don't have to
Jersey.
cover him anymore.
Because he is low.
Isn't it?
He is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Football.
Lawrence.
Oh,
He's going to try and go deep again.
no.
And now here's another interception. Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23. All set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball after the INT. The running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Robinson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Start at 12. Back to throw, Ritter. It was incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10. Calvin Ridley and the Jaguars back onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out. And this is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here. 30-yard line. The Atlanta for their next drive. These guys definitely looking for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah. That done, this time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Another rush to second ball, trying to cover up. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I put the word big in capital letters here. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Ritter down. Enemy territory. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
3 seconds. You got 3 seconds. Bro, you got
5 points of contact necessary at this stage. Is a long first down. Getting this one way down inside the track. 153 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They look like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Hey.